Welcome to Sports Banner 38. I am Coach Carroll, and today we're going to talk about the playoff selection show and the different bowl games and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and make my picks on the college football playoffs. I'll hold off on the bowls just because I want to wait until I'll wait until the days of those bowls, and then I'll make picks. I'll go over the bowls just real quick and let you know some of the bowls that we have. I'm just going to go over the highlight some of the bowls. The Camping World Bowl, we got West Virginia at 8-3 versus Syracuse at 9-3. That should be a good game. We'll go to okay, here we go. We got the Peach Bowl. We got Florida at 9-3 and Michigan at 10-2. These teams seem to get matched up in bowl games quite a bit, but that should be an interesting game as well. Dan Mullins versus Jim Harbaugh, that should be pretty fun leading up to that game. Alright, let's see, what else do we got? Some of these games. Kentucky, Penn State are playing in the Citrus Bowl. That actually looks like a pretty cool game. Pretty good game, pretty evenly matched. Looking forward to that one. Some of the other bowl, the Big Six bowls. Georgia barely missing the playoffs at 11-2 will play in the Sugar Bowl against Texas. That should be fun. Washington playing Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Of course, you got the traditional Pac-12 Big Ten winner there. Central Florida 12-0. Of course, they missed the playoffs. They will be playing in the Fiesta Bowl against 9-3 LSU. Another chance to prove themselves against one of the better SEC teams. So that's all I'm going to do as far as those bowls. Going to the playoffs. Okay, so first up on Saturday, December 29th, will be the Cotton Bowl with Notre Dame at 12-0 playing Clemson at 13-0. There's a lot of hate for Notre Dame, guys. A lot of hate. I personally feel like it's unwarranted. Now, do I think Notre Dame is the best team in the country? No, I do not. I do believe they earned their playoff spot, however, and I do believe that they are much better than people think they are. They are a far cry from the team that showed up against Alabama in the national championship a few years ago. I believe in what was the last BCS championship game, where they were basically slaughtered 42-0. I don't believe that is the same team at all. This team is got a lot more talent. They got a lot more depth. I feel like they're more balanced. Ian Book has played great. He's got weapons around him. That defense is solid. They will give Clemson all they want. Now, do I believe they're going to beat Clemson? No, I do not. Not because Notre Dame is not any good, but because Clemson is just really good. But I honestly feel like we have a 7 to 10 point game here. I feel like it's going to be a good game. I feel like Notre Dame is going to give Clemson, everything they want. Trust me. It's going to be entertaining. I feel like it's going to be a great game. So anyway, I got Clemson winning. If I got to say a score, I'm going to say 38-28 or something like that. It's not going to be like, they're not going to blow the roof off on Notre Dame. It might be 34-24, 31-21, somewhere in that neighborhood. Like I said, I believe Notre Dame's got a good defense. I just believe Clemson's a little more talented, and they have they've kind of got things going in the direction they want it to go in right now. Going to the other game, we got Oklahoma versus Alabama in the Orange Bowl. Of course, Oklahoma 12-1, Alabama 13-0, coming off the comeback win against Georgia in the SEC Championship. Great game. I told you guys it was going to be a good game. I told you guys Alabama can be beat. Georgia didn't do it, but honestly, they showed you how it can be done. Now, Oklahoma's not equipped to do that. I don't believe. I do believe they'll be able to score. Alabama will be able to score probably at will against Oklahoma, whether it's Jalen Hurts or Tua, whoever plays. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tua. He is the better player. Great story for Jalen Hurts Saturday. coming into the game, bringing Alabama back, and winning the SEC championship. Now, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything. I'm not taking anything away from the kid. I applaud him staying with Alabama, seeing it through, and getting his opportunity and making the best out of it. Now, is he improved? Nick Saban says he is, so I'm sure he is improved. Did I see anything Saturday that makes me think that he is just so improved and is ready to push Tua for the starting position? If they're both healthy, no. Tua is the starter. Tua is the better player. He's the better quarterback. Player can mean a lot of things, so I'm going to say better quarterback. Jalen Hurts, he made throws in that game that I've seen him make before he lost the starting job. Okay. He's always been able to run on the throw on the run and those sort of things. His problem was consistency in the passing game against top-notch competition. Now, Georgia is top-notch competition, but would that be a consistency issue for that game? I don't believe that would even really come into play. He did well on his 2 or 3 drives that he got, and hats off to the kid. I applaud him. I'm happy for the guy. I think he did a wonderful job, and he deserved that moment, and he got it. Now, against Oklahoma, I feel like he'll be able to score. Tua will be able to score. I'm not really sure it matters which one of them are in there, but I honestly see a pretty high-scoring game. Oklahoma will be able to put points on the board. I'm going to say a minimum of 35, and I'm going to say the score is going to be like 49-38 or something like that, and I'm going to go with Alabama 49-38. Like I said, I see a lot of points scored in this one. Kyler Murray is going to be able to do what he does. I mean, he's going to get it done. The question is, can Oklahoma's defense muster up enough for 2 or 3 stops? Because I personally don't believe they'll be able to do that. I feel like Alabama's going to score, and they're just going to keep scoring. That's just the way it's going to be. So that's going to leave us with a Monday national championship game on January 7th between Alabama and Clemson. Now, this game, it does matter whether Jalen Hurts or Tua plays. This is a game that Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, cannot win. Now, Tua can win it. That does not mean he will. Clemson's defensive front is off the charts. They're going to be all over either Tua or Jalen Hurts, more than Georgia was. So you saw how that game went. I believe Clemson can do it, and I believe they can do a better job at it than Georgia did. Now you got the young freshman on Clemson on the other side of the ball, Trevor Lawrence. He has looked great. Now, has he looked like elite? Not yet, in my opinion. But I do believe he's the more talented quarterback out of him and Jake Fromm. Fromm with a more experience and a little bit more composure probably. But if you're looking at talent, you're looking at arm talent. This kid has got arm talent in spades. The kid just whips the ball out there on those hot passes and those sort of things. And he's pretty mobile too. He's probably faster than Jake Fromm from a mobile standpoint, so he can move around a little better. Of course, you got Travis Etienne, great running back. T. Higgins, wide receiver. This team is loaded. Clemson is loaded, and they're the type of team that gives Alabama defenses fits. Okay, every year they've played, they have put points on the board. Now, granted, I'm not going to say Trevor Lawrence is a what's the kid's name? Deshaun Watson yet, because he does not have that experience. And Deshaun Watson showed cold water in his veins, clutch, and all that different stuff. But I don't believe he has to be that right now. They have built up enough around him to where he can just make some throws, get the ball to his playmakers, and let them take care of business. I feel like this is going to be one of those great national championship games, similar to what we had last year, the year before that, and the year before that. Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Alabama. Alabama's always the common denominator, of course. But Clemson and Alabama have alternated. I believe they alternate again. I believe Clemson gets it done regardless who's playing quarterback. I feel like it's a better game if Tua is playing, which I believe he will be. He's got literally over a month to heal. I believe he'll be fine. I believe he'll play. At the very worst, Hurts will start against Oklahoma, and then Tua will be back in time for Clemson. I hope they don't. Well, I don't really care personally, but if they want to win the national championship or have a shot at it, they don't need to get in their head that Hurts is somehow better than Tua right now, because he is not. And people who believe that, the knee-jerk reaction among sports fans is legendary. It seems to always happen, and this is another knee-jerk reaction. The kid did a good job with his opportunity. He came in, he brought him back. If he really wants to play next year, if Tua is coming back, he does need to transfer. Okay, if Tua is leaving, then stay, take your season and enjoy it. He'll be successful with Alabama next year. I don't know if he'll win a championship or anything like that, but they will definitely be in the mix at the end of the year. I personally have Georgia running the table next year and winning the SEC championship. And, this is way early, but right now, looking towards next year, Georgia would be my early pick to win it all. But Clemson is going to be a beast again next year. So, there you have it. Anyway, guys, if I'm putting a score together for Clemson, Alabama, I think it's similar to what it has been the last few times they've played. I would say Clemson 34-31, 31-28, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't feel like either team's going to blow up the scoreboard by any means. You got two really good defenses there, two good offenses, but both teams are going to share the ball. It's going to the time of possession is going to grind the game down a little bit. I don't feel like there's going to be huge big plays like if they were playing lesser talent. So they're both going to have to drive. They're both probably going to have to kick a field goal or two. It's going to take time to basically drive the score down more than what it could be. But at any rate, I feel like we're going to have a very entertaining playoff. We're going to have a very entertaining national championship game. If you're a college football fan like me, then you are a winner. Everything will work out great. And I'm really, really looking forward to December 29th. I love college football playoffs since it's been released. It's been one of my favorite sports events. And that's all I got, guys. Please like, share, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Comment, let me know what you think about my picks and my way off base. Tell me what you think is going to happen. I'd love to hear what you got to say. And guys, that's it. This is Sports Banner 38. I'm Coach Carroll, and we are out.